Imagine the following. You're out doing your grocery shopping. You need some milk, pick up some eggs, some half and half. And, oh yeah, you're making pie tonight, so you need whipped cream for your pie, and it's got to be really high quality. And as you go to check out, you look down and you feel good at your haul because you know every farm your food came from, who gathered the eggs, the orchards who grew and pressed the apples, the farming practices behind the milk. And here's the thing, you're not at the farmer's market, you're at a mainstream supermarket. And what I'm describing is not something far off in the future, it's what happens right now when you buy 5 Acre Farms products. Good morning, everyone. I'm Dan Horan, and we are 5 Acre Farms. 5 Acre Farms brings the region's best local food to the supermarket. All our products are grown and prepared within 275 miles of where they're sold. We find premium area farms who use sustainable practices and tell their stories. Our pricing is aimed at the broader American consumer rather than just the upscale markets. We reward farmers by paying them not the market rate, but rather what it costs them to hire and treat people fairly, properly, to carefully maintain their livestock, to protect their groundwater and their neighbor's land. We call this being positively local. And one way we tell our farmers' stories is through tags that we put on all our products, and they look like this. So how'd we get here? I got out of college in 1990 and started an organic vegetable farm. I'd never planted a seed in my life, but my great-grandfather had run a dairy. My family still had the land. I became involved in groups like NESOG and NOFA. Some of you may know those. I quickly realized that a successful farm needed to run like a business, so I went off to business school, turned the farm over to my 2 younger brothers who still run the farm today. I remained involved behind the scenes, and I branched out, worked out in the supermarket, then had the opportunity to be the CEO of an iconic New York City restaurant company called Papaya King. When I started farming in 1990, there were 7 dairy farms in our town in northwestern Connecticut. Today, there are none. I knew then, like I know now, that something had to change. Meanwhile, I couldn't stop thinking about an essay I'd written for graduate school about developing a line of regional food to sell in the supermarkets. In 2010, that vision became a reality when I founded 5 Acre Farms. Started in March of 2010, I worked alone. In November that year, I hired our first employee, Gemma De Palma. She's here. Hi, Gem. And we came out with our first product, which was milk. We were in just 3 stores. Today, we have over 10 employees. Our store count is approaching almost 100. We sell milk, heavy cream, half and half. We sell eggs, apple cider, and shelf-stable apple juice and applesauce. The heart of our business are the farmers who we buy from. We wouldn't be where we are without them. Started buying milk from upstate New York. I gave Don and Seth McAkron a call, told them I was going to be in the neighborhood. It's about 4 hours away. Stopped by, met George and Jackie DeVoyd in Salisbury, Vermont. Popped down to the Hudson Valley and met Jake and Brian Samasket. We buy milk from eastern Connecticut from the Stearns brothers. And as 5 Acre Farms grow, we're going to continue to add farms to this list. So as you can see, we've been off to a fairly promising start. Our first year, our sales were about $250,000. Last year, we almost hit $700,000. This year, we'll probably be about $1.2 million to $1.5 million, probably $3 million by 2014. To do this is going to take time, patience, and capital, and to that end, we're raising $1.5 million to $2 million now. So 5 Acre Farms brings the region's best local food to the supermarket. We buy from farms who use sustainable practices and pay them right. So no matter where you go, as we spread across the country, because we think this can be a national idea, wherever you see 5 Acre Farms, you know your food is local, and you know who your farmer is. I'd like to thank Woody and Slow Money for having us. Oh, by the way, if you got a tag that says you won, it's like a Willy Wonka golden ticket. Come find us, you'll get a water bottle. Thanks.